Hello, America. There are a whole bunch of other nations like Vietnam, poor people. I swear to God, I never want wish an ounce of hurt on you guys. That crazy war, but all saw fake sides since founding. We have military, we have judges in recorded inclusion with a whole bunch of racketeering with psychology. They're forging names, switching names. They don't care about agreements. They wouldn't make confessions and demonstrations of their racketeering roles. Get them from my name, please. Military. Let's get a response for the people associated with West Hartford, with the place next to the McDonald's there next. I don't know the name of the gas station. Right there, Justin Kovinskis. All the people associated with the Taekwondo place across the street from the Weathersfield Police Department. We have interbranch family members, their mothers, of interbranch sheriffs involved racketeering. We have all kinds of racketeering with psychology originally still. You can't defend their physical delusions and your opinions by them and follow mandated law. So we have a whole bunch of people with other nations involved racketeering with Hartford Hospital, forging names, switching to their names, using that triage place. These are a whole bunch of people racketeering with a Dillon family, with retired and standing in my area. Police forms involved racketeering with two speech teachers I had. These are a whole bunch of medical corruption involved racketeering with the houses in my neighborhood involved with their narratives, with their fake police reports. Since I was a kid, I couldn't get anything on writing. So get me the damn thing now! Get me the writing now! You punk cowards! You got Eric. He ain't trying to make it look like I beat his hand. Peacefully and peacefully. You know what I'm saying? In other words, if you try to, they try to pretend to perceive things so they can pretend them in the background, like the way with Eric Burgess. I'll destroy him in a boxing match or anything else. Little fakes. He's my source. He's also involved with a whole bunch of people on and off the park across the street from that religious spot, also involved with his mother and his father, confessed and demonstrated by him involved with this, with a whole bunch of other people, insurance investigators, a whole bunch of foreign and domestic on and off the on and off the West Farms Mall, associated with the Dillon, a Scalora family, also involved racketeering with the Dillon family. Also involved racketeering with others associated with that location. Also involved with all these sides that don't even like each other. Racketeering roles leading up to and in the trade center attack context. These are the people, these Scalora people threats and racketeering against me interstates. Right before the trade center attack, I was in that context in the Ninth Circuit. Two, proving with the post-dated documents from inside the Ninth Circuit, tied to the same ones over here with the Weathersfield police. My new and past neighbors racketeering with this Dillon guy, his whole family, his neighbors. I speak like that because they don't respond when I speak calm. And they have Facebook involved with this racketeering with foreign and domestic nations and with elections and with judges. So it's one thing to have a judge. If you go there and you follow the rules, they're still gonna make things up. If you don't follow the rules, they're gonna hurt you even worse. So I need a response in writing. They don't use writing. And they use racketeering, like for example, write something that's a criminal with no writing under it, no premises, nothing true. Tell them, confess that you made some falsified police reports. You're just going to mix it in there, and there's mistakes. You made a mistake. That's what they do. Then they leave a record. You have nothing to counter, and they're stacking databases with more and more information. You know how long we've had psychology with a whole bunch of nations sick punk fakes. You can't tell American history without this demonstrated. We have We have a whole bunch of people with the Leahy family that pretended conversations. They have women in their family involved crimes with a whole bunch of other nations, like Pakistan, Whole bunch of other nations, sick, punk, fake degenerates, on off mobile gas stations in Wethersfield, also with military, foreign, and domestic racketeering. Also with physical delusion and racketeering criminality with my new and past neighbors. Get them to one name. They need me to have fights with other people. I don't want to have fights with other people. I don't want to have to anything to do with the rest of the child offenders associated with the principal sex offender, especially if they made that up, because they're involved further with that than now with the Wethersfield police chief, involved further with his immediate extended foreign family, involved further with the racketeering with the drugs and with the Asian cliques, and like with Paul, what's his name? With the brothers of the forgot his name, Pandolf. A whole bunch of men and women from my town and people I don't even know, but involved with racketeering, with police forms on and off the town line drive, on and off all the businesses associated with them. We have shared policing, foreign, domestic, with psychology. You're sick. They have physical delusions recorded. They can't even follow. They can't even think on paper because they're sick, fake, punks, fakes. So they're faking recorded things to hand to them because they've been using them for racketeering for a long time. These are the people controlling what all the drugs. These are the drug cliques interbranch, keeping the best pot for themselves, using that for racketeering. It's no joke. You have joke leadership of each database. Now, please, Facebook, fix your racketeering with the other nations before I have to ask more fucking people I don't even know, like the businesses associated with the foreign and domestic racketeering. West Hartford, a whole bunch of military racketeering associated with a DeMora family. You put those sick punk fakes in my classrooms, and then you pretend things. You're pretending a fake location. This Abruzzi guy, where does he live? He's got more people associated intercities involved with my name. Racketeering with child offenders. Give me a response in writing now. Come on, we went to a court. They recorded, confessed, and demonstrated they're involved with the racketeering with the other nations involved here. They're forging names, switching names, attaching us to fake words, fake sequences. These are the people from Connecticut who are racketeering acts roles with the Trade Center attack context, with the Ninth Circuit right next to it, right before the attack. Same ones involved with racketeering leading up to it and in that further. All we need is recorded, but we don't have response. These are racketeering with mayors retired and standing involved with their family members, racketeering with new and past mayors associated with this Fianza family, associated with other people on and off the locations next to the media, next to Fox Connecticut News, next to the buildings next to them. Domain brothers, Mendez brothers, their family members involved racketeering with databases, drug crimes with kids through time, uses of that for the racketeering. Get them off my name! What are the names of the parents of these Domain brothers? Adam Domain. I never had a conversation with him. And the one who kept pretending he was a conversation with me. These are people, crimes with the FBI, former director of the FBI, Robert Luskin, down. Federal criminals up associated with them with racketeering. Military, foreign, and domestic racketeering together. Get the hell out. Now, so when you response, and CNN recorded racketeering with them. They don't respond. Why? Well, do the right thing, CNN. You guys are on uses of Facebook that are racketeering rules, election crime rules, worse, against each age of fact cheating agent. All we need for instant evolution is recorded. That's what stops bombs. Not everyone valuing tactically denatured relationships to nature since the ancient times. See people walking around with pots on their head to get water. No! Who says there's science around to tie to that? I can't take it anymore. I asked you 50,000 times for response. I can't get a response in writing. They have mail crimes, whole fake conversations with the slave family. No, not at all. What at all? Fake conversations with me about my father, about police equipment. This is the guy involved with a whole bunch of foreign and domestic military and police forms associated with West Farmers Mall. Get down! Get me a response for this guy with the judges. Various natures of courts involved with this Leahy family. Fake conversation, forging names, switching names. Sick, perverted, faggot, perverts associated with them as doctors, as the judges associated with these men and women. Sick with child sex offenders too.